What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good Friday night, and I hope you have a good weekend. This is Year in Wrestling Reloaded 1988, and I don't think I'm going to be doing a part 2 because check out my Year in Wrestling playlist. I already talked about a lot of 1988. I reviewed all the pay-per-views and gave you all the results of the 1988 pay-per-views. So in this Year in Wrestling Reloaded 1988 video, I will just be giving you the Saturday night's main event results, because as I said in my first Year in Wrestling videos for 88, I reviewed all the Clash of Champions in 88 and all the pay-per-views. So now, I don't know, it's like something's on my face. Anyways. So now I'll just be reviewing Saturday night's main events. And I'll be giving you the PWI Pro Wrestling Illustrated winners for 1988. So up first, we had Saturday night's main event on January 2nd, 88, took place in Landover, Maryland. Up first, we had Strike Force, the tag team champions, defending the titles in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Strike Force defeated the Bolsheviks. It was okay from what I remember. Nothing that you really have to see that bad. Jake the Snake Roberts up next defeated Sika. And Sika is with Mr. Fuji. Now for the WWF Championship singles match. Hulk Hogan defended against King Kong Bundy with Andre the Giant. Hulk Hogan defeated King Kong Bundy, and it was a pretty good championship match. They win 12 minutes. I enjoyed it. Definitely was a match of the show. Final match, Greg the Hammer Valentine defeated Koko B. Ware. And I don't really care. Never cared for Greg Valentine. I think the guy's an idiot. He's a real idiot, thinking women don't belong in a wrestling ring. And he claimed they couldn't draw money. Well, Greg Valentine, that's what I think of you. You're an idiot. So that was Saturday night's main event for January 2nd, 88. Only 4 matches on it. The next one, to hype up WrestleMania 4. Right before WrestleMania 4 is on March 12th, 88. Brutus the Barber Beefcake defeated Greg Valentine. It was okay. I was not a fan of neither guy when I was a kid. I was not a fan of neither of them. At the end, Brutus Beefcake, I believe, cut some of Greg Valentine's hair. That was pretty funny. Next, Hulk Hogan. It was a non-title match because Hogan was stripped of the WWF title, and they would hold it up in the WrestleMania 4 tournament. So up next was, not for the title, Hulk Hogan defeated Harley Race. And this match was pretty entertaining to me because I was just moving this. I have this on my computer table. It's Beetlejuice figure. There's Beetlejuice. Anyways, put them back. I also have this up here. Little skull. Anyways, what was I saying? Harley Race, Hulk Hogan. From Saturday night's main event, March 12th, 88. This was really funny because Harley Race took a pretty crazy spot where he fell off the apron and tried to put Hogan through a table. And it wasn't a gimmick table. It was a real table. Hogan moves off the table. Harley Race bends the table in half. He bends it in half, and it makes a really loud cracking noise. but it didn't break all the way. And Harley Race looked pissed. Like, he was really mad. The table didn't break all the way, and then he tips over the table. Anyways, Hulk Hogan defeats Harley Race. And the next match was pretty good. Ted DiBiase with Virgil and Andre the Giant took on Macho Man Randy Savage. Pretty good match. I enjoyed it. Ted DiBiase defeated Macho Man by countout. Up next, we had a tag team match. The Islanders, Haku and Tama, with Bobby Heenan. The Islanders defeated the Killer Bees. Never cared for the Killer Bees. I won't say the Islanders were bad, because they were a pretty good team. And Haku, one of the toughest men ever. The final match, One Man Gang defeated Ken Patera. No one really cared. I like One Man Gang. I liked him as a heel. The guy's a super heavyweight monster heel. One Man Gang was not booked good in WWF. He was always jobbing. But he's probably a lot better as Akeem. He probably had a better run in WWF as Akeem, the African Dream. In my opinion, that gimmick was shot at Dusty Rhodes. And the American Dream, Akeem the African Dream, it's probably a rib. It was a rib, in my opinion, on Dusty Rhodes. So Akeem defeated Ken Patera. No one cared. Next, Saturday night's main event, April 30th. After WrestleMania 4. April 30th, 1988. Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeated Hercules. And Hercules was with Bobby Heenan and Andre the Giant. Because in 88, Andre the Giant had a pretty... Hacksaw Jim Duggan had a pretty good feud with Andre. And they would have a lot of matches in Boston, at Boston Gardens, and at Madison Square Garden. They'd have a couple series of matches. So, Jim Duggan defeated Hercules by DQ. Up next, Bruce Beefcake defeated Danny Davis. Nobody cared about that. I didn't. Randy Savage, the WWF champion. Randy Savage defending against the One Man Gang. He defeated the One Man Gang. Demolition defeated the British Bulldogs by disqualification. Ted DiBiase defeated Don Morocco. In the final match, Rick Rude defeated Koko Beware. So, 2 more Saturday night main events are left. In 1988, October 29th, 88, Jake the Snake with his wife, his actual real-life wife, and I thought she was pretty attractive, Cheryl Roberts. Jake the Snake with Cheryl Roberts defeated Ravishing Rick Rude by disqualification. Rick Rude and Jake the Snake had a great feud in 88. Very good feud. Very entertaining. Jake the Snake, one of the best workers of all time, along with Rick Rude. Up next, Demolition defeated the Hart Foundation. And it was for the tag team titles. And Demolition were tag champs because they won them at WrestleMania 4. So they were still tag champs in October 88 after winning them in March. Hulk Hogan was with Miss Elizabeth because she was his manager, because they were still the Mega Powers. Hulk Hogan defeated King Haku. Dino Bravo with Frenchie Martin. Sadly, both those guys have passed away. Dino Bravo got murdered. That guy got murdered, execution mafia style. Very sad, but that's what happened. He's involved in selling illegal cigarettes, I believe in Montreal or somewhere in Canada, and I guess the mob was involved in selling cigarettes also. And Dino Bravo was murdered, mafia style. Very sad, but that's a fact. Dino Bravo defeated Ken Patera. Final match, Big Boss Man defeated Jim Powers. Big Boss Man, Big Bubba Rogers, jumped to the WWF in 1988, and that was awesome because he became a way bigger star than he would have in the NWA. So now the final main event, Saturday night's main event, November 26th, 88. Ultimate Warrior, the Intercontinental Champion, Ultimate Warrior defeated Super Ninja. Super Ninja, very lame, generic gimmick, lazy gimmick someone came up with. There's a Super Ninja in the AWA, there's a Super Ninja in the NWA, and there's a Super Ninja somehow in the WWF. Ultimate Warrior defeated him in 2 minutes, 11 seconds. What a waste of a Intercontinental title match. Hercules defeated Virgil. And Virgil was with Ted DiBiase, and Hercules and Ted DiBiase were feuding in 88 because Bobby Heenan sold Hercules' contract. Bobby Heenan sold him to the $1 Million Man, so Hercules was like the $1 Million Man's slave. So now for the WWF Championship, Macho Man Randy Savage defended against Andre the Giant. Very entertaining match. Should have been longer, but it ended in a double disqualification. Up next, Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeated Boris Zukov in a flag match that was only 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Some flag match. Wow, only 2 minutes. What a waste. Dumb booking. But a lot of these matches, every one of these matches, none of them were even 10 minutes. So this Saturday's main event only must have been 1 hour long. So the final match, Fabulous Rougeau Brothers defeated the Young Stallions. That is Saturday night's main event from November 26th. Now I'm going to talk about the PWI awards that were given out in 1988. Wrestler of the Year. Wrestler of the Year, my guess, it would have to be Randy Savage, the Macho Man, because he did win the WWF title in 88, and the guy's a major star. So I don't know who won. I forgot, but I'm going to just say Randy Savage won Wrestler of the Year. And he did. 1988 Wrestler of the Year went to Randy Savage, runner-up Jerry Lawler. And in 1988, Jerry Lawler actually won the AWA title from Curt Hennig. Even though the AWA didn't mean shit in 88. Nobody cared about him anymore. So, now, Tag Team of the Year. Tag Team of the Year in 1988 was the Road Warriors. And they were the NWA Tag Champs for a while in 88. That was weird when they tried to turn, or Dusty Rhodes was booking. I guess he wanted to turn the Road Warriors heel. And he had the Road Warriors attack them and take one of their spikes off their shoulder pads, and they were sticking in the eye of Dusty. And he started bleeding and bladed. He bladed and bled on TBS, and that's what got him fired from being head booker of NWA. That storyline got him fired. I don't know why, but they got him fired. I guess they didn't want any blood on TBS. So Tag Team of the Year was the Road Warriors in 88. Runners-up were the Midnight Express. Match of the Year was Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 4. That was not the match of the year in my opinion. It was not good. It was cool to see him in the ring again, but it ended in a like double DQ or something. It was stupid. But it had to end like that because then the tournament and there was a bye. So the runner, I guess fans voted on this match of the year. I don't agree with it. The runner-up was Sting, Ric Flair, Clash of Champions, the first ever Clash of Champions. That was a match of the year. In my opinion, that was damn good. So, wait. No, runner-up in 88 was Sting, Ric Flair. So now the feud of the year. Feud of the year went to Ric Flair versus Lex Luger. And they did have a good feud. And they had a lot of good matches for the NWA World title. They had a good match at Great American Bash 88. And they had a good match at Starrcade 88. Thanks to Ric Flair. Lex Luger couldn't work for shit. He wouldn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. Guy couldn't work. Ric Flair, I'm sure, called the entire match and made Luger actually look good. Somehow Ric Flair did it and made Luger look good. Runner-up. For Feud of the Year, the runner-up was Rick Rude against Jake the Snake. Most popular wrestler of the year went to Randy Savage, Macho Man. Runner-up was Hulk Hogan. Second runner-up was Sting. Third runner-up was Lex Luger. I never liked Lex Luger, not even as a kid. Not even in 93 when he turned babyface. I didn't like him. Most hated wrestler of the year. Most hated wrestler of the year went to Andre the Giant. Runner-up was Barry Windham. Most improved wrestler of the year in 88 went to Sting. I agree with that. And first runner-up went to Ultimate Warrior. He was not good. He was not improved. He was still shit. And the second runner-up was Iceman Parsons from World Class. So, Inspirational Wrestler of the Year now. Inspirational Wrestler of the Year 1988 went to Jerry Lawler. First runner-up was Kerry Von Erich. And the second runner-up was Road Warrior Animal. Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year. 1988 Rookie of the Year went to Medusa. First runner-up was Chris Benoit. Second runner-up was Max Payne. Third runner-up was Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner and Medusa both, I guess all four of them, but Scott Steiner and Medusa made their debuts in 1988. So now we have, so that's all the awards for 1988. Hope you enjoyed this Year in Wrestling Reloaded 1988 video. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out my Year in Wrestling playlist. Also check out my Year in Wrestling Reloaded playlist. I love pro wrestling. I've been watching since 1987. I know my history, and I enjoy doing these Year in Wrestling Reloaded videos. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great weekend.